Here's exactly how to get the highest score you can ever get in SAT. So right now I'm in grade 11 or year 11, right? Depending on where you're from. But I have to take the SAT exam at the end of the year, at the end of the school year, basically. 2 days ago, right, I was taking a math lesson, right? So I'm taking just a math lesson at home for SAT. And SAT is basically split it into, the total score is 1,600, but it's split into English 800 and math 800, right? And I need to work on my math, so I'm taking a math lesson at home, right? So I'm with my math tutor, right? And he's giving me a practice test online, right? So I have these, SAT practice tests to take to get ready for the SAT exam. And I did it, and I got 670 in my first attempt. Now, if you don't know, 670, that is absolutely terrible. That's terrible. The worst score you can ever get. 607, like no college would ever accept that, right? But it's still my first attempt, but I was so disappointed in myself. Like, man, I thought I was like one of the smartest people on earth, but I got 670 on my first attempt. And I remember I was so mad, I was so disappointed in myself. But I looked at my math tutor and I told him, what do you think? Like, do you think is there hope? That's what I told him. I told him, is there hope? And he told me, yeah, of course there's hope. And I finished that, math lesson, which was really long, by the way. It was like 2 or 3 hours. But I finished it, and I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna take another practice test. And I open my laptop and I'm sitting in my room and I'm taking another one, right? Because I'm like, no. I can't do this. Like in my mind, I know, of course, this is like my first attempt. I have to suck. But I take another practice test. And this time, I'm solving it. And in the middle, I just feel like I'm going to get an even worse score. I'm visualizing like seeing like a 500 or a 400 out of 1,600, right? Because I can't solve anything. Like, I just suck at this. But I finished that practice test and I got 960. Now, of course, that's not like, it's not like good or great at all. It's okay, right? It's below average because the average, of course, like is 1,030 or 1,050, like in that range. But I got 960, which is still below average, but significantly better than the 640 that I got, right? And I told myself, you know what? This practice test, the 960 that I got, of course I made more mistakes than correct answers, so I got more wrong than I did correct. But I told myself, you know what? Let's review. Let's see everything that I did wrong and then take another test, right? So I look at everything I did wrong, and if you go on the Blue Book practice test and you click on, what did I do wrong, like the view results, it will actually tell you like what is the correct answer and what is the explanation for it, so why it is correct. So I look at everything I did wrong, I look at all the incorrect answers that I did, and I take another practice test. So the third practice test that I take, and I'm taking this test and I just feel like, bro, I'm just gonna get like way worse. I feel like I'm gonna get even less. And I'm like really nervous. Like, this is the most nervous I've ever been taking an exam. But I take this test and I click on the, like the score, and I got 1,100, which is slightly above average. So imagine that. In a matter of 2 or 3 days, I went from 670 to 960 to 1,100 in a matter of 2 or 3 days. And bro, this is not to say like I'm the smartest or I know everything. In fact, I'm a retard, bro. I'm a dumb kid. I got like 670 in my first attempt. That's terrible. 670 to 1,100. And this is what I learned in my own life. This is what I learned from every single one of my friends who got like an extremely high SAT score, who get like 1,300, 400, even 500, right? And from all the teachers, from all the tutors, is all it comes down to get the highest SAT score you can ever get. Everything in life is input and output. It's cause and effect. And if we think about SAT if we think about like the effect as getting 1,500 or 1,600, right? Like a very, very high SAT score, the highest SAT score you can get. The cause of it is keep doing practice tests. And every practice test you do, review what you did wrong and then do another one. That's it. Do a practice test, review what you did wrong, do another one. That's it. It doesn't matter how smart you are. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. It doesn't matter what you know or any of that. Because the truth about it is, SAT is not about how smart you are at all. It's all about pattern recognition. It's all about, understanding, because all of the questions are basically the same in every practice test you do. But the format of it, or if you're taking math, the numbers are different. That's it. This is not just for like American schools. I'm in an American school, but if you're in a British school or in a German school, I don't know what certain tests you take, but the input, the cause is exactly the same. Take the practice tests for that exam and review what you did wrong. That's it. Take a practice test, review what you did wrong, take another practice test. Because that's the way I did it. That's the way I went from 670 to 1,100. That's the way I did it. And that's the way every single person I know who got like a very, very high SAT score, like 1,400, 1,500, even 1,600, like aced the exam. That's how they all did it. Is through doing, reviewing what you did wrong, doing again. Reviewing what you did wrong, doing again. That's it. That's it. That's really the way to get a high SAT score. And I know it's really annoying, but this is the action that you have to do. This is like the input you have to do to get a high SAT score. And bro, like right before I was recording this video, I actually reviewed what I did on my 1,100 score. Now, I don't know how much I'll get on my actual SAT exam, because that's still after a few months from now. Depending on when you watch this video, maybe you'll know now how much I got, but I don't know right now. So yeah, I'll update you. But now, currently, my score is at 1,100, and I can do way better. I can do like way, way, way better than that, right? So yeah, I'm gonna update you, bro, on what my score is after a few months. But I promise you, this is from everything I've learned, from what I've learned from my personal experience. The best way to get the highest SAT score is do practice tests, review what you did wrong, do practice tests again. That's it. That's it. You go on the SAT Blue Book website. You go on the SAT website. You make an account, you do all those things, put your email in, put your password in, all those things. Click on Blue Book and just take practice tests. Take a practice test, review what you did wrong, take a practice test, review what you did wrong. And every single time you do that, you will get better. You will get better, you will get better, until you'll get like very, very high scores. So yeah, that's really the way to do it. So yeah, this is what I've learned on how to get the highest SAT score you can get from my personal experience. And as always, we're in this together, and we will make it.